Hi there, I'm Stacy, the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Feathers of Wisdom. This week I thought we would talk about embracing the breath. Everything begins and ends with breath. We do not live, we do not survive without the intake of oxygen into our bodies and the release of the carbon monoxide. It is the essence of life. And so many of us in this world today are focused on all the stress of what is required of us, all of the responsibilities that we have, all of the pressure that is placed on us, either by ourselves or others. And our bodies get tight, our bodies get stressed and tense. We have so many issues where that's concerned. So many more people are going to massage therapists today and requiring physical therapy and things like that in order to bring their bodies back into alignment. And it's all because we're too stressed out. We don't breathe. We don't do essentially what is natural to us. Now, obviously, we breathe without thinking, but do we connect with our breath? Do we breathe fully? Do we expand the breath into our lungs? No, we're often just breathing from up here, what I call chest breathing. They're shallow, short breaths. And what we really need to do is we need to connect with our breath fully, fill our lungs, fill our bodies, fill our cells with that which is our life force. So I thought we would do a card pull today and see what the Divine Dream Team has to say to all of us about connecting with our breath. So of course I've got my trusty favorite Osho Zen deck. And we'll just see what they have to say. All right, I'm pulling this card out. What is this card? Postponement. Absolutely. So let's talk about postponement. This is exactly what I was referring to. We postpone our breath. We postpone our lives by not breathing and not connecting. It's like we're in a suspended state. We don't open up fully to our bodies, to what our potential is. And so if you notice in this card with postponement, basically where we're living most of the day, when we're stressed out, when we're focused on our to-do lists and, the pressures that our bosses, our spouses, our children, our friends even put on us, we are living in this grayness, which is the shallow breath, which is like a panicked breath. It's no wonder we get so tense and we feel like we can't breathe, or we get, some people suffer panic attacks and anxiety attacks. I totally understand that. I have not had to deal with that for many, many years now to the degree that I did, but for most of my life, that was how I lived. Basically every day was a panic attack and I didn't realize it. And that's where most of us are living. But when we connect to the breath, when we breathe in, we breathe into our diaphragms, what I call belly breathing or breathing into the beach ball. When we breathe into our abdomens and give oxygen to our organs, and we give oxygen to every cell in our bodies, and we breathe into our feet, breathe into our legs, breathe into our arms, our hands, we really are bringing the color back into our lives, and we are no longer postponing our life, postponing our moment, postponing our now. We're fully connected to our breath, which allows us to fully connect to ourselves. It's really about connecting to yourself. And within that space, suddenly clarity and guidance comes through, because you're no longer in the rat race of all the things that you have to worry about, the things that you need to do. And the breath helps you to just be. So thank you, Divine Guidance. What a great card to offer us today when we talk about breath. So I just want to take a second right now to walk you through a quick breathing exercise. So I mentioned earlier about the beach ball. I'm also a voice teacher. I'm a trained opera singer and have been teaching voice for, I think it's 23 years now this year, a really long time. And one of the main things that I always talk about is the breath. If I can teach you how to breathe fully into your body, that's 50% of how to learn how to sing in a healthy, projected way. So I want you to just close your eyes for a second, if you will. And I want you to breathe in through your nose. And every breath that you take in, just see if you can bring it in a little bit deeper and a little bit lower. Imagine your abdomen is a beach ball. And so every breath that you take in fills up that beach ball a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. It never completely deflates. It just fills up a little more and a little more. So let's just try that. And you're consciously bringing your breath lower into your belly. And imagine that the breath hits your lungs last, and it hits the bottom of your lungs first, the middle of your lungs, and then the top of your lungs. So you're breathing belly first, bottom of the lungs, middle of the lungs, top of the lungs, and then fully releasing. Do that again through your nose. Filling up that beach ball, filling up the lungs, and then releasing it. If you can set aside 2 minutes of every day to just connect to your breath in this way, you'll be amazed at the results that you feel, the results that you experience. It may take some practice. It does take some time to learn how, or relearn how to connect to your belly breath, connecting to your diaphragm. But keep at it. You will definitely get there. You do it automatically when you sleep at night, or when you're very relaxed on the couch watching TV. You might notice the belly rising and falling, just like a baby's belly, rising and falling as they breathe. That's the goal. That's really what you want to get to. And in that moment, in that breath, is connection to your true self. And that's really ultimately where we want to be. So thank you, Divine Guidance, for that lovely information that you passed on to all of us. We're very, very grateful. I hope this helped, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care.